Samsung launched the Galaxy S6 Edge almost 2 months back. In this time, I've used it as my secondary phone for about 3 weeks and my primary for 2. So how does the crazy dual-edge flagship from Samsung fare? Is it worth the premium over the regular Galaxy S6? Are there any cons you need to know about? Well, that's what this video is about. But before we get to that, if this is your first time here or in case you just can't remember, my name's Ash, this is C4E Tech and you're watching my review of the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. Let's get started. Before we start, a disclaimer here. I'm not going to be talking about the specs or camera or TouchWiz since it's exactly the same as with the Galaxy S6 that I reviewed earlier. I will however leave a card to that review at the end, so in this video, let's check out everything that's different with the Galaxy S6 Edge. With that being said, let's get to the build. The S6 Edge is built similar to the regular S6, metal all around with Gorilla Glass 4 to the front and back. There are a few differences though. Number 1. Since the display curves, Samsung had to move the nano SIM slot to the top. Number 2. The S6 Edge weighs in a tad lighter at 132 grams. Number 3. It's ever so slightly shorter and narrower than the regular S6 but 0.2mm thicker, and that thickness brings us to number 4. Samsung's added a slightly larger capacity battery here, 2600 mAh compared to 2550 on the Galaxy S6. The S6 Edge feels great in hand. Despite being thicker than the S6, it actually feels extremely slim due to the way it's built. The small strip of metal to the sides that you actually grip is responsible for this illusion. Like with the S6, it's a little slippery, yes, but then again, it is slim enough that you can put a case over it and not really feel the bulk. I sometimes use an oblique case with my S6 Edge. Oblique has a great range of cases and I'll leave a link in the description below if you're interested in checking them out. Anyway, let's now get to the start of the show, the dual curved display. Samsung's doing things differently this time from the last time we saw them use curved displays with a Note Edge. The resolution of the S6 Edge is the same as the regular S6, Quad HD Super Amoled display here. That's 577 pixels per inch. The display is great, sharp and accurate colors. Everything I said about the display of the Galaxy S6 holds true again. But since the display curves, there's almost no way to use this phone in a room with lights and not have the display reflect something. This is again something that I got used to quite quick, but in my initial few days with the S6 Edge, it really bothered me, so I thought I'd let you guys know about it. Does the curved display actually serve any purpose? Samsung says yes. They say there are a few cool things you can do with it. What? Number 1. People Edge. Slide in from the side and you get quick access to a few preset contacts. If you have an unread message or a missed call, that contact's color would be displayed. Number 2. Edge lighting. If for some reason you want to place your expensive new phone face down and happen to get a call or notification from one of these contacts when the phone's face down, then the Edge display will show the relevant colors. Barring once to test it and once to show you guys in this video, I've never used this. I just can't bring myself to put my expensive S6 Edge face down. Anyway, moving on. Number 3, there's the night clock. We've seen this one before with the Note Edge. Set the time you go to sleep and the Edge screen shows a really dim clock. Number 4, you can also swipe over the Edge to get it to display the clock and then slide to check your information stream. Here it'll show you the panels that you've pre-selected. If you want, you can edit, change the panels you want displayed, download and add more feeds if you choose to. Now, would I call any of these software features a must-have? Not really. These are gimmicky at best, but they do work well. But for me personally, the moment the novelty factor wore off, I never came back to these features. Yes, I use People Edge once in a while, but it's not a must-have. It's not a deal breaker for me. I do, however, love the curved edges just for the fact that most Google apps these days require sliding in from the side to reveal menu options, and it just feels a lot more natural with the S6 Edge. Now, before I forget, the S6 Edge does pack in a larger 2600 mAh battery. So, does that mean better battery life than the S6? Not really. In fact, I could just play this clip from my Galaxy S6 review. While on paper the 2550 mAh battery on the S6 might seem puny, it does manage to deliver similar or better results than the competition. On a looping video playback test, the S6 lasted about 12 hours before running out of juice. It got me through a day on a single charge on each of the 7 days that I've used it as my primary device. My general usage involves a lot of calls, like 3 hours a day. I walk when I talk and I need to hit my 10,000 steps a day. So that's how I became this guy from this guy. Anyway, Wi-Fi and data always on, push notifications from social media, mail, some browsing, and about an hour or two of music via Bluetooth while I drive, script, or shoot, or whatever. It's also worth noting that the S6 supports wireless charging, and thanks to the smaller battery capacity, it reaches full charge quicker than, say, the Moto Turbo, which was the last phone I used that supported wireless charging out of the box. Talking about charging speeds, with the included adaptive fast charger, the S6 can go from 0 to 70 in about 40 minutes, and it can even reach full charge in about an hour 15. And everything I said there would hold true with the S6 Edge, because the extra 50 mAh doesn't really make a difference here, because the Edge display, when it's turned on, when you're swiping over it, it does use the battery a little bit, and it compensates for it at best, and the battery life is almost the same as with the Galaxy S6. And again, that's not just with the battery life, the performance, the audio quality, the amazing 16 megapixel rear camera. It's exactly similar to what you find with the Galaxy S6. And that is what you need to keep in mind when you think about the S6 Edge. For once, you can actually trust Samsung's nomenclature here. The S6 Edge is exactly what the name implies. It's the stellar Samsung flagship with a crazy dual-edge screen. Does it really bring anything new to the table to warrant the extra premium? From purely a feature and performance standpoint, I'd have to say no. But it looks cool. It's definitely a head turner, a conversation starter, and forgive the pun, if you really want to own the bleeding edge of smartphone tech, then the Galaxy S6 Edge is the way to go. Having used the S6 Edge for a while, I find the Edge display not really get in the way of things and subtly enhance my Android experience. So I for one am happy that I bought the S6 Edge, but then again, that's just me. What do you guys think? Given a choice between the regular S6 and the S6 Edge, what would you end up choosing and why? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And anyway, with that, we get to the end of this review. Hope you found it useful. If you did, please do give this video a thumbs up. If you didn't, vote it down. If you have any constructive criticism, do let me know in the comments below. Feedback's always welcome, and please subscribe if you haven't already. If you do want to help the channel out, do consider changing your Flipkart or Amazon bookmarks to the ones with our affiliate code. The links can be found in the description below under where to buy. And I guess that's it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, this is Ashia from C4E Tech signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye bye now.